Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're not, welcome back. How is everybody doing with everything that's going on in the world today? I'm doing okay. My second semester of college just ended and I did okay with everything being online, but it's whatever. Today's video is going to be my April update of Project Pan. I didn't do an update in March because I just didn't have the progress, so I just felt like it would be repeatedly saying I didn't use it a lot, there's not much progress, so I didn't do it. But today we are doing an update. There is some progress, some things I'm rolling out, some things I finished, which I'm very excited for. I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm giving my face a break and my hair is just doing whatever it does. So let's get into this video. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the products that I finished and that I'm rolling out. So the first product we have is this Cypress serum. I got this in a BoxyCharm back in November. It's like $90 worth. All my markings have rubbed off, but there wasn't very much left in here anyways. So this has a 6-month expiry date. I think I used it up and then, but anyways, this product, it was okay, but I would not spend $90 on it. It just kind of like hydrated my face. It felt a little tacky. It had like this earthy smell to it, but I'm glad that this is out of the project so I can roll something new in. The other thing that I finished is my Laura Mercier All Natural eye stick. There's shade color and it is all done. Can't roll it up anymore. I don't even know if I can get okay, I got a little swatch out of it, but I just used this as like an eye base and there you have it. I used this 5, 10, 20, 20, 35, 40, about 43 times in this project. So this is a sample size, obviously. Pretty sure the regular ones are like twice as big, but I would possibly repurchase these. This was very creamy, very easy to blend out, very easy to place on my eyelids. I would possibly repurchase this, just not in this color because it was basically my eye color. Like you could barely tell a difference. But glad that this is finally done, out of the way. I don't really care for cream eyeshadow, but this one would be a possible repurchase. And then the third item that I am rolling out, and I don't know if this video will be up before or after this, but I did a video of products I've hit pan on in my collection. I did 10 pan. I did that in the video too. But I showed the 10 pans that I had in my collection. This was one of them. And I showed that I hit baby pan right there. And I just decided to roll this out because one, I wasn't too into using it. Like I love this highlighter, so I don't really want to use it all up. And I wasn't reaching for it. I wanted to reach for something that I found in my collection that was older, and I will get to them. There's 2 mini sample highlighters, but yeah, so I have a decent chunk of pan there, baby pan here, and kind of baby pan up here too. So I wasn't using it and I just decided to roll it out so I could get some use out of something else. All right, and I barely used that one. I used it like less than 15 times in this whole project, so it was ready to be rolled out. So next I'm going to start with my primers. So this is the No Problem Prime Essence by Touch and Soul. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and this is almost done. I can feel it. I used this 15 times in March, or in April, and 9 times in March. But the weight of it, it went from 36 grams on February 29th to 34 grams at the end of March. I did weigh them for March because I planned on doing a video, but then everything happened and I just didn't have the time, and there was barely any progress on anything, so I just decided not to. And then at the end of April, it was 28 grams. So major progress in that department. Oh no, oh my goodness, that was my CoverGirl foundation that I read off. CoverGirl foundation. I used this 14 times in April and 9 times in March, and that was the weight for that one. So now let's get to my Touch and Soul primer. The weight was 32 grams at the end of February, the same at March, and 26 grams at the end of April. So there you have it. Now let's go to my e.l.f. primer. The lid keeps falling off of this, and honestly, this is an item that I am hate panning. This is an item I am hate panning. Because I don't like the feel of it. I don't really feel like it does anything for my makeup. And I don't know, I don't really have like huge pores to where I need filled, so I don't really need the silicone-y type. But at the end of February, it's 64 grams. At the end of March, after 5 uses, it was 62 grams. And in April, I used it 9 times and it still weighed 62 grams. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm trying to use it more times, more and more, to see what I can do with it. So now for concealer, which I did not grab. So I'll be right back. Okay, back with my concealer. So this is the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer. I have the 16-hour camo too. This is a darker shade than what I need for, so I kind of use it to mix in with my camo concealer because that one's too light. But I just I don't know about it. Like, I like it, and you can kind of see windows in there. There's a subtle line of right down here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. So I am getting close, but I don't need to remove the stopper yet. I don't know if I will. But in February, it weighed 22 grams. End of March, it weighed 20 grams after 9 uses, and 13 uses in April, and it still weighed 20 grams. So there's the progress on that one, which, it's iffy. Now on to my powder. My Wet n Wild Translucent Photo Focus powder. And I know I said that backwards, but this powder, so at the end of February, it weighed 82 grams. At the end of March, after 9 uses, it was the same. And after 13 uses in April, it still weighed 82 grams. So I know I was only using this on the under eye because I needed to use up a different powder that was starting to go bad, which you'll see that in my empties, so I'm not gonna say. Just a itty bitty spoiler, hint hint. But so now that I'm using just this powder, because right now this is technically the oldest powder in my collection, I'm hoping to get more use out of it. So I'm happy, not really happy, it's like, why aren't we seeing progress? But at the same time, it's a powder. I don't use a lot of powder. So now we have my Physicians Formula Healthy Powder, and the packaging is kind of gross. So this I use as a bronzer, and I kind of have to hold it so it doesn't fall out. But the reason there's such a big dip here is because I used it as a crease shade with my Violet Voss palette because it didn't have quite the crease shade I wanted. So that's how I got that. And also, now that I have a palette that has a crease shade, I kind of use it to kind of contour or bronze up my nose. So I'm seeing good progress on this. There is a little dip there because of my nail. Not this nail, but it's been there. I'm kind of hitting side pan here. I use this almost every day, so I'm glad to see the progress on this one. And now for my Tarte Quirky brush, or brush, it's a blush. But before that, I used this, 9 times in March and 13 times in April. So now for my blush for Tarte, still not really seeing a whole lot of progress, but I can still see the ring. I'm wearing down the pattern more, so I'm hoping that soon, maybe within the next month or two, we'll see some pan coming. So that's all I have to say about that. I do use this every day. Every day. I use this 13 times in April and 9 times in March. Seems to be a pattern. All right. Now let's do my eyeshadow palette here. This is the Tarte BU Naturally palette. I got this in BoxyCharm. I think the month was June. But I have good dips going in the matte colors and the shimmer shades I've used a few times. But I'm also unofficially panning my single shadows that are older. So I'm trying to get use out of those before, and they're all shimmers except for this one little trio that has like one matte in it. So I'm just trying to get use out of that. There's a close-up for you. You can see that's my crease shade, my cream, and then those two colors. So I'm getting some good use out of that. Oh, and my goal for this is to hit pan in 4 shades, which it'll probably be those matte shades. I did nick this shade if it looks kind of wonky. But for this, I used 8 times in March and 13 times in April. So not too bad, not too bad. Now for my mascara, which I do have weighed. So this mascara I use every day. I mix it with my mini NARS Climax mascara, and it's a pretty good combo on its own. It's So that's it. So for the weights, at the end of February, it was 34 grams. At the end of March, it was the same. And at the end of April, it is now 32 grams. So with this, I do feel it getting lighter in a way than what I remember it being. But at the end of June, if this isn't actually done, I'm gonna toss it because it will be 6 months, and usually mascaras, I can't even read, it's so small. Mascaras run from 3 to 6 months, so I'll be tossing it and rolling in a new one by the end of June, if this is not completed by then. So that is my goal for that one. And next we have my ColourPop lippy sticks in the shade Glam Bag. I wear this just about every day. I am getting sick of it, almost. But I only have this much left, and I'll show you the progress on my paper from what it was before. So here's my progress. So I really used a lot in the month of April, which I don't know how, but there was little progress between February and March. So in March and April, I really kicked this lipstick's butt, and I hope that I keep doing it. I think I remembered to apply a lot more. So I'm really, really happy about that usage. So next we go to my liner, and I'm not gonna roll this all the way up because it did break on me quite a while ago. That's not the whole progress, it's way up there. But I noticed that this liner, every time I put it in my waterline, it runs down and it makes my makeup look crappy. So I have to figure out a different way of using it. And I can't really tightline because every time I do, I almost poke my eye out. So I'm trying to find a different way to use it. If anybody has any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments. But for this is my progress on it. There it is. There's my progress on it, and it's pretty much the same almost every time, except this time it was on the same line as the last month. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's just almost becoming a hassle to use. And if I don't, I know I won't finish it this month, but if I can't seem to get it to work for me, I'm gonna have to toss it and roll in another liner. So that may be the conclusion of at the end of the month for that product. I'm not sure. So hopefully I can find a way to use it up quickly and roll it out. Otherwise it's just going in the garbage. And my last product, I'm pretty sure, is my Ico Fat Eye Stick. I'm not sure what color this is, but I'll give it a swatch for you. This color, it's really shiny, almost glittery, like it's a satin, so it's really, really reflective. But I have this much to go still, and now that I'm not using my Laura Mercier stick, I'm using that, and I'll apply like almost 2 layers every time and then set it with a powder so it's not so shiny. But here is my progress for that. So, and it does look like I used it a lot more than previous months, almost, but I'm still trying to use it all up. And it does blend out really well. See there? It just blends out really well on your eyes. So this shade for me would not be a repurchase, and I don't know if I like how chubby it is because it almost covers my whole lid with just, you know, swiping it. That may be a good thing for some people, but for me it's almost like, I don't know how to explain it. It just like covers my whole eye, like the whole stick. I have small eyes. So there you have it. Now for the products that I am rolling in this project. I almost forgot to do this part. So in place of my Kypris serum, I'm sticking to the theme of skincare and rolling in this mask. This is a charcoal wash off mask from the brand Global Beauty Care. I got this as in a sample box, like a Ipsy or Sephora or Birchbox. I'm not sure how long ago, so I just need to use it. and use it up. So that will be my goal for this, just to use it up. This mask I'll probably only do like once a week, maybe twice if my skin really needs it, but we'll see. I don't want to over mask my face. So this may be in a month or two. And for my Laura Mercier stick, I'm sticking with the theme of cream because my other eye stick is already in this project. But I went with my CoverGirl True Blend Contour Palette. And I wrote this in April, so I only used it maybe twice in April. And I already hit pan. So these pans just aren't that deep. I know I'm definitely not going to use this highlighter shade. I will swatch it for you, but it just, oh. Maybe I will use it. I don't know. It just seemed, it's not really pigmented a lot. Like, I don't know. I swatched it there. It's not quite pigmented. Maybe I'll use it, but it's a pretty shade. It would work for me maybe, but I don't know. This is the contour shade right there. Contour shade, which I already hit pan in, and here is the bronze shade right there. Swatched for you. You can't really tell. Like I said, these aren't the most pigmented, so I don't know. Like with using this, I have to draw it like 2-3 times and blend it to even get a little something on my face. So I'm trying to use this up and maybe hit pan in the 2 now, or just the bronzer, but I definitely want to use this up. I didn't pay a lot for this. I got this at Kroger. It was on clear out, maybe for $8. No, it was $4 because I had like, it was something like that. Like I paid almost next to nothing for this. So I do want to get that money's worth and use these up. And now for my highlighters. And like I said, these were 2 mini shades. So I'm working on this one. This already has some pan in it, and I just want to use it up, and I want to use this one up too. These are the 2 oldest highlighters I have in my collection, so I really want to just get them out. And I'm sorry, I do not know the brands. I call them my mystery highlighters because I got them as a sample, obviously, in an Ipsy bag, in an Ipsy, Sephora, Birchbox, you know, that type of stuff. And I took the packaging off without realizing it back when I just didn't care. So now I don't know what brand these are, but these are really good highlighters. So let me try to swatch them for you. Like I said, they're older, they're a little powdery. And I'm sorry if my voice is crackling. Oh, you can't see. Let me try to re-swatch these. There we go. Okay, so that's that small square shade that I hit pan in, and that's that rectangular shade. And I do use both of these every day. Here lately, since this one already has pan in it, I've just been using it as an inner corner highlight, and then this one I use on my face. But now I do like to mix the 2 a lot too, so that's the progress that I get with those. And in this shade here, I think you can tell I do have a good dip going in it. So I hope I hit pan soon, maybe for the end of May I will have pan in it, maybe not. But I just really need to do my makeup more than 13 times to show progress in it. So that's it for the products that I'm rolling in. So that was my progress for this project pan. You could call it like my March-April update. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you continue to watch my channel. Please subscribe before leaving my channel. How many times can I say that? And I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please, everybody, stay safe. Bye.